Welcome back, boys and girls. Hope y'all's doing well. We missed Tube Tuesday this week, and I guess in honor of that, redeem myself here with another tube on Thursdays. So tri-jet or thrice jet Thursdays. That kind of works. Currently in Las Vegas, looking at the 727, which I got after watching my flight instructor stream with it the other day. Looked pretty cool. We'll fly this to San Francisco. It's super old school. I'll get in the cockpit real quick and show you some stuff. If you look down where normally you have the FMS, there's nothing there. So we got a few options. We can either leave it like this, which I'm not going to do for today because I'm not too confident in my ability to be able to use the VORs to navigate like stars and stuff like that. So where's it at? Here we go. Nav options. You got the SIVA, which I'm looking forward to using. However, I don't know how to use it yet. It's pretty complicated, and I got to figure out a way to get a latitude and longitude without using the Jepson charts. Because essentially, you're just plugging in a GPS coordinate into the computer and using that to fly to a nav fix. So today, we're probably going to use the default FMS, which obviously I'm familiar with, everyone's familiar with, and it should be okay. Get the GPU here going while on this menu. There's a lot of familiarity. It looks, I mean, obviously it looks a lot like a 737 with some obvious differences, but we've also got the engineer position back here, which is I think part of what makes it fun. The battery, unlike the 737, is over here, so we can close the battery. Put external power on.
519, runway 24 right, the lands on
standby for now.
Bravo and cross to a contact tower holding short 1199, the altitude 2986.
Leave that on APU, so when we actually start the APU, we'll be able to monitor that. Don't need any fuel yet. We'll actually go ahead and set up our weight and balance before we do that. Where is the emergency light? There we go. Armed, baby. Sounds also really good in this game. The lighting looks really good as well. So let's do our weight and balance, and then we'll get started with everything else. We are looking for a zero fuel weight of 131. So our empty weight right now is, let's do this, main cargo.
Air Canada 407, taxi for DA.
Canada 407, taxi short of Delta.
Short Delta, Air Canada 407.
So I say zero fuel weight with 131,500. That's about perfect. For fuel, we need a total of 23,600. We can actually bring this down a little bit. 23.6 will work. Alright, cargo and fuel are in. Easy peasy. Now that we have the fuel weight, we can go ahead and bug the IS, or not the IS, but the airspeed indicator. So we'll take off, set bugs. V1 124 is in there. V2 is going to be 136, which is not bugged, but we do have, these are the flap retraction speeds, I believe. So like 20 to 15 knots at 146, or 20 to 15 degrees, 5 degrees at 166. So we'll start flap retraction here. V1 there, also going to be the same as our rotate, V-rotate. And what is this one? 210 is going to be flaps clean.
Ground something 414, we need 30 seconds.
EPR should also be set 2.09, 2.1, it is. That works. Alright, ATIS.
Kilo, Lima, Alpha, Sierra, airport information, Foxtrot 2256, Zulu, weather, wind 029, at 4, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 26, dew point -13, altimeter 2996, advise on initial contact, you have information, Foxtrot.
Information Foxtrot, there we go.
Kilo, Lima.
Let's see, we got Las Vegas, clearance delivery 118.0.
clearance, Canada, Canada
And ground
137, PDC is 121 Lima,
21,
NAGT 1 today.
21.9.
KLAS-KSFO, check noise 1, it's all correct, Key to Skull, station for push.
Good day.
Transponder even is in a weird place. I mean, so used to, it looks so familiar, like you're looking at a 737, but the transponder's not down here. It's actually on the overhead panel over here. While we're waiting for a code there, we can start working on our flight plan, which shouldn't be too difficult. Shade 1, departure, direct to Rusmy, and then
Good
the
morning,
Diamond
Mexico
5.
693 with Golf, ready to copy Mexico City Airport.
On clear, standby.
So,
False clear.
KLAS,
Thank you, good morning, Mexico
Las Vegas to San Francisco
693
Kilo,
with Golf
Sierra
information,
Fox,
Charlie
Oscar.
33, Mexico City ready to copy.
Air Mexico 693, Mexico City, Mixes 5, departure, Gen 3 transition, flight plan route. Departure, runway 06 left, squawk 0570.
Thank you, clear to Mexico City file, Mexico 5 departure, Gen 3 transition, runway 6 left, the squawk 0670, Hello Mexico 693.
0570.
693, squawk 0570.
There we go. Over to ground. Continue working on this thing. I'm not sure what this waypoint is. I'm actually we'll probably just leave that there.
519 short Delta Air
Can't.
Canada
Alright.
407.
The one waypoint we have to put in,
519 short Delta Air
Romeo,
Canada,
Uniform,
407.
Sierra, Mike, Echo. Departures and arrivals. Winds are, what are they, 029 at 4 knots. Probably do one right. Yes, sir. 1 right.
Good day,
Departure
Porter
arrivals.
405, entering Foxtrot.
Departure.
Porter 405, left
runway
turn,
1 right.
taxi north ramp, and behind gate 57, transfer south ramp, gate 7.
Shade 1. I'll do no transition there. Do we have a transition? Keno transition. Arrival will be the ILS 28 right. Diamond 5. I gotta do that first. Diamond 5 arrival via Rusmi to the ILS 28 right. I've not done an ILS in this plane, but it should be fairly easy. Let's look at the, do we want to put one of these transition ILS 28 right.
Good day, Porter 405, entering Foxtrot. Porter 405, left turn, taxi north ramp, and behind gate 57, transfer south ramp, gate
Put Archie in there. That's not bad. Execute. Look at that. Legs.
To taxi Delta, cross 28, contact Jet 2252 on Kilo, I'll be 24 right, remain as unchanged.
2252 on Kilo, and Delta cross 24, or correction, cross 28, and we check 24 right departure, remainder unchanged for Canada 407.
Alright, there we go. No discontinuities. Double check. So we don't have any, obviously, sort of flight display, no PFD or MFDs we can look at. So check the headings here to make sure that there's nothing wonky, nothing goes back in opposite direction or anything like that. Like this. What is this? Delete. You. Bye. You're out of here. There you go. Keno to Diamond. Lane always flows, seeds freely. Archie. And we should be good to the ILS 28. And I'll set up the nav for that once we get in the air. Also, go ahead and set GPS to our
right
CDI.
on the east line, north ramp, short of Echo.
East lane on the north.
And we'll do runway vectors, or vectors after takeoff, so the departure heading is 013 degrees. Somewhere about there. Our altimeter was 29906.
All ground, good day, Rouge 18,
There
14.
we go, guys. I think we're ready to start the APU and get everything working here. Go ahead and set our pack systems. Cooling doors, I guess we can open those. Gasper fan, I don't even know what a Gasper fan is. Some of this stuff is pretty archaic, right? Pack's on for now. All the bleeds need to be open for start, so we'll just leave those where they're at. Cooling door, I guess that's for the APU. We'll turn the Gasper fan on for now. Cruise altitude for us today is, this at least works pretty similar to the 737, 320. That was easy. Landing altitude, I think somewhere around 50 feet.
14, taxiway in the opening short echo.
GD 14, hold short of echo.
See, field elevation is 13 feet, yeah. And that's on auto. Just switch that to flight once we get going.
Team 14, you can follow Transat via Echo and Bravo Tower holding short 1199. The wind
Fuel
is
pumps.
27022, guys
Boost
631
pumps
off
on.
2986. Command 24 right, reported slippery.
Okay, 2986 behind Transat is Echo and Bravo for Rouge 18, 14.
Hydraulic system kicking. The noises are so good in this plane. It's crazy to me that the same people that made the Dash 8 made this airplane, because this is just, I think it's pretty amazing.
Okay, 2986
nav lights
behind
on.
Transat is Echo and
Don't need the logos, pretty bright out there.
14.
Smoking, seatbelts, not sure who's flying back there, and we'll go ahead and do some tests. Some of those noises. Nav lights are on, all the fuel boost pumps are on, so we'll go ahead and start the APU, go on and start. The EGT should start climbing, and listen to the EGT, or the APU spool up.
Roger, 108, just Charlie, but we got company. Just 108, continue Lima, cross runway 13. Yeah, cross 13, Jazz 13.
So we got this on APU, so as soon as it starts generating electricity, we'll get it on the bus. Hey there, Finn. Early stream, like I said, it's midday for me. Long time no see. How you been?
Juliet Charlie, Juliet hold short Lima. Juliet Charlie, Juliet hold short Lima, 3024, Air Canada 234, thank you.
There we go, making electricity, get it on the bus. And we'll plan our pushback here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I think we're ready.
Juliet hold short Lima, 3024, Air Canada 234, thank you.
Just go straight to our cruise altitude here.
Ground Western 1788, request please start from 81.
WestJet 1788, ground push your discretion.
Push your discretion, Western 1788.
Alright, beacon light. Come on, guys, come push it back.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Got window heat on. Anti-ice we don't need. Get our pitos going.
Northwest at 1788, request special start from 81.
Question 178.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
It's just cool. If you look through the windows, you can see the lights on the engineer station on through the window.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Air
Thanks, buddy.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
Here we go. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Let's go packs off. Galley power has to be off. That's already off. And bleeds need to be on. So I think the correct starting sequence is 3, 1, 2. I could have that completely wrong. Alright, that's good. N2 is rising.
Question 1788, ground runway 0 right, the altimeter is 3024, taxi via Juliet Alpha, Juliet hold short Lima.
Right, Juliet Alpha, Juliet hold short.
Nice, there we go. One engine, get that one on the bus. Double check that's 3. Switch to 1.
Channel 319 shows, contact ground 127.15.
Oh, that'll do. That's why. I was just talking about, it's strange to me how good this airplane is compared to the Q400-8. Because they're, I mean, ostensibly both made by FlyJSims. It's a huge, huge difference. Have you been watching him do the stuff for the new Q400 they're working on?
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
There you go, friend. Alright, one more.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Engine number 3. Or sorry, number 2. I'm excited about that one. That and the new, the MD-11. Ooh, boy.
Morning, it's Western 1876, now we were engaged at 82.
At 1876, the Maui Fraser 6 departure. Runway 0 right, flight plan route. Departure 1323. Squawk 7032.
Okay, Fraser 60 right, flight plan 33 and 7032 Western 1876.
1876, all correct.
There we go. Pressure is stabilized. Oh, man. I guess I haven't
Tow is
seen you.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I haven't seen you since I actually started doing that. It's been amazing, man. It's like just a dream come true. I mean, as you can probably imagine. Alright, all of our engines are on the bus there, so let's get our packs back on. Turn off the APU. Shit. And close the bleed. I believe in real life you would close the engine 2 bleed for takeoff, but I think we don't need the extra engine power. We should have plenty of runway. Coming up hopefully soon on my solo. I got my medical endorsement yesterday. Landings are coming along, so hopefully within the next few days I'll be doing solo. Not flying today, unfortunately. Be back to it tomorrow. Flight instruments. Compass, no cracks, no bubbles. Altimeter is set within 75 feet field elevation. Attitude indicator blue over brown. Airspeed reading 0. CDI set, vertical speed at 0. Nicholas, how you doing, man? I'm doing well. Flight control check. Free and correct. Is that our flaps? Flaps 20, I think.
1770 ground, runway 0 right, Alpha 3023. Alright,
Wow. That sound. Flight control, flaps are set, flight control is checked. See if we can figure out how to get to the runway.
Taxi by Juliet Hotel Golf City.
Taxi Bravo to Delta, left on Delta. Hold short, 1 right. Auto brakes, RTO.
Watch at 117 ground taxi by Juliet Hotel Golf City.
Hotel Golf City, watch at 117.
Mission 902, Tower at ground's kind of contact you now. You can taxi ahead onto runway 0.
So yesterday we did a shared cockpit flight with this one. I didn't stream it, but this plane is amazing for shared cockpit. That's from Romeo, that's Bravo. That's us. Second one. Flight director going, so we'll go heading mode. I guess it has to be turned on. We'll wait until we get in the air for that.
Cat 222, clearance all correct, departure 32.3, second the gate.
Looking for Delta.
I'll show it.
Yeesh. I do, yes. That made a huge difference in the game for me personally. Don't use their cloud textures though. I'm still using the defaults. Although on a day like today, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway.
Cat 222, clearance all correct, departure 32.3, second the gate. Run 43 and requesting a noise 1. I'll show it.
Yeah, much more realistic. I mean, one of the big things, I guess I didn't really like is that it kind of always felt like your plane was on rails when you're using the default weather. It doesn't do a very good job with variable winds and updrafts and stuff like that. And just, I mean, flying around, even in relatively calm winds and having the nose of the plane move around with wind, I think is a lot more immersive. So I'm a huge fan of active sky. Worth the price of admission in my book. So Delta should be after Alpha 8. A6, jeez. Way down there. Highly recommended. If you get it, let me know what you think.
That was 35, 69. We hold for traffic.
35, 69, on runway 26 up. This 3014. Correction 3004. Taxi Juliet Alpha, hold short of Juliet.
Juliet Alpha, short of Juliet. 26 laps ago, 35, 69.
Oh, McFaddy. What's up, buddy? You got some work to do? Yeah, and you can change like random occurrences of turbulence as well. You can set that to whatever your preference is. Second monitor. Look at fancy pants over here. Oh, I can see Delta.
Ron, good time one.
I'm a huge sucker for like the eyebrow windows in jets too. Those are awesome. Also, if Smart Co-Pilot, if you could do 3, like you could have one person back at the engineer station, that would be pretty cool. Although they'd probably be bored most of the flight. They do, yeah. Every time if you look at a picture of like an MD-88 or something like that, they've always got papers stuffed in the windows. But this is not real life. I'm not going to get a sunburn from that little glowing orb. Almost there, boys.
Speed scan, so you can take Delta 5 if you want. Line up runway 26 left.
We're waiting on the back end right now to phone in.
Okay, nothing inbound. You can just advise ready.
Okay, I guess we'll take Delta 7 and line up 267, just phone in.
Man, say what you want. I got a sick farmer's tan from flying airplanes. But I'm sure that's also true. It might not be as long, but it feels like it's up there. We've also got this jet blast wall created by the ortho here. Kinda, yeah. I mean, I got like a peeling on my left arm there.
Taxi Whiskey Foxtrot, cross 25, and then via Tango for runway 18.
Okay, Whiskey Foxtrot, cross 25 and Tango, what's that? 72.
Alright, so the first flight that I did with this by myself had a power on stall because I didn't realize airspeed was getting low. Went into a spin. I was able to save it and made it to the destination, but obviously that probably wouldn't have been good for passengers. So let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. The second one, my flight instructor and I did shared cockpit, so that one obviously went pretty smoothly because he actually knew what he was doing. Alright, lights. Landing, boys. On. Taxis can come off. Turn the floods, just cause.
Jet 72 around runway 18, altimeter
Camera,
2969.
transponder, TARA.
Whiskey, Foxtrot, cross 25, and then via Tango for runway 18.
Action, let's see. Speed brake, set. Auto brakes on RTO. Flaps are set 20. Got a retraction speed, go 15 at 156, I believe. It's smooth now. We'll wait until we get in the air. We'll see what happens. And we've got our departure heading.
Cross runway 13 via Route Whiskey, hold short, runway 18.
21.9, what is tower? Las Vegas Tower, 118.75. And departure, 125.9.
Confirm the landing clearance for Canada 738.
Air Canada 738, affirmative, clear to line runway 24 left, down shade, just touching down.
One more look at this bad boy in one piece. Oh, that PBR, man.
Get 859,
Alright guys, let's go. Did you get the one that came out the other day? I got the one that y'all were talking about. I haven't really noticed a huge difference, but it does seem smoother.
Jazz 989, keep the speed right up in the Delta 4, hold short runway 24 right. Delta 4, hold short 24 right, Jazz 989.
Deutsch and I were playing Takeoff, and I updated it right before him, and then the next day a new driver came out, so...
Encore 3508.
I did, yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but put that on Ultra.
Middle 23, Encore 3508.
Alrighty, lined up. One right, verified. Spool them up. Stabilize. I got the EPR limit set above there on the top. Let's go.
3015 on clear takeoff runway 24 right.
Clear takeoff 24 right or show 6103.
Airspeed's live. Temperatures and pressures in the green.
80 knots.
There you go.
Air Canada 630, down line up runway 24 right.
24 right, line up landing at the 20.
E1. Rotate.
Positive rate. There you go. Laps 15. Gear coming off. Auto brakes disarmed. Close blood off.
At 1041.
This plane is a handful to fly.
671, sorry, line up runway 23.
Line up runway 23, which is a good one.
Alright, switch it to departure. Go ahead and get this on. Outcell, heading select. Don't want the external noises too loud. There we go.
Departure though, pre-test. At 11:15, departure, identified, climb 5,000. Climb 5,000, maintain 11. Canada 111 on the flight level 230.
Yeah, man, I gotta figure out that wing view. Make a left turn here towards our first waypoint. Flaps 2. low latency mode, that's what it is.
Channel 111, under flight level 230.
Flight level 230, we're channel 111.
Here we go. Flaps clean. Let's go direct interchange. Go, Bessie, that's 10 miles, execute. Switch this over to nav.
Channel 111, turn left direct reversal and on course.
Left direct reversal on course, Air Channel 111.
There we go.
Channel 111, turn left direct reversal and on course.
Left direct reversal on course, Air Channel 111.
Neat.
Channel 1115.
Now I'll engage IAS hold. No stalls today, boys. Out select. We are on GPS nav. Alright, should be good. Actually, we'll go direct again, just to straighten this up. We don't need to swerving all over the place.
Channel 1115, climb 7,000.
Ooh, forgot to strobes. My bad. Don't tell the FAA.
Morningstar 7090, contact center 3257.
13257, Morningstar 7090, come on.
10.
There we go. Above 10,000. Get these guys off. That was a cool shot, wasn't it? Sounds are so good, man. The external sounds. Alright, ear warning for headphone users. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got it. There we go.
10.
It is crazy how much desert it is. I mean, like half the country, well, I'd say about a third past the Rockies. My airspeed seems to be coming down here. Like that.
Okay, 2526, 1800 for 5,000.
72526, departure, climb 7,000, you're identified.
Also, Florida is, I mean, that's another thing that I've noticed you after using ortho is like 95% of that state seems like uninhabitable swampland. Well, uninhabitable by people. Ceremonial melon.
Retard.
Hey, buddy. Excuse me. Turn that off.
72526, departure, climb 7,000, you're identified.
Yeah, I guess supposedly it depends on what graphics card you got. I've got a 1080 Ti, and it seems smoother to me, but it could just be a placebo. I don't know. How you doing, Melon? Yeah, so when you get it, put low latency mode on. I've got it on ultra. Not sure how it works, why it works, but smooth as butter, boy. What does it do? That's above my pay grade. I couldn't tell you how it works or what it does, but it seems to smooth things out. Ooh! Golf course. I think there's like 1, 2. It might be 2 points for me. Thank you, Melon, for the generous gift. Nicholas, congratulations and welcome. So you can see now, like, kind of what... Oh, what's going on here?
At 11:15, turn left, heading 330.
Change M-Dog. Why are we not... Why is the CDI off? Let's go direct Tark. Nav lock. Why did that come off? What'd I do?
Air Canada 11:15, contact flight level 230. Flight level 230, Canada 11:15.
So this is kind of what Active Sky does. You can see we're getting a little bit of bumpiness here. Good wing flex too. That was looking nice.
Air Canada 11:15, contact flight level 230. Flight level 230, Canada 11:15. Canada 11:15, thanks. Company in front for the same airway. Speed 250 knots for last close times.
18,292. Make sure things are being pressurized back there. I have it on Ultra. I think that part may depend on your graphics card, but try Ultra first and see if that does anything for you. Los Angeles Center. I've got a 10 series and I've got it on Ultra and it seems to be working just fine. I'm not sure about the lower 10s, but you know, who knows. Alright, arrival ADA San Francisco 113.7.
Dash 7123, CPU on 13372. 13372.
Sorry, no, that should be 118.85.
Question 391, arrival 120.5.
20.5 to you at 391.
I don't know. I used, before I started playing X-Plane, I was using Aerofly FS2, which had Vulcan. And although they didn't have like the dynamic weather that X-Plane does, it was super smooth. Even in VR, I was getting consistent like 60 frames a second. I'm super excited, more so now about Flight's FS 2020, but at the same time, I'm curious to see how it's going to pan out. Like what planes are going to be available, who's going to start developing for it. I mean, it doesn't seem like something I'm going to rush to jump into. I don't know. It does look really good, though.
71, 23, roger.
Man, if we all got 15 to 20 extra frames from Vulcan, it'd be like a real video game. I'm interested more in the technical side too. I saw a video, I haven't watched it yet, but something about what to expect in terms of what types of PC you're going to need to play it.
Be clear, Christina, via direct success, direct no wind, direct. Okay, Airco 147 is cleared for Christina.
Another thing too is I guess you can download and cache some of that stuff, but at the same time, like if you're streaming in 1080 and you're using the game's inbuilt streaming with Bing, what kind of internet connection you're going to need to have for that? The weather and lighting, though, man, it looks amazing.
Center, good day, North Skipper 510 to level 210. Area 5108, roger.
When does the alpha, the public alpha, start? Do you know? October 24th. I don't think the sun is going to set by the time that we land. We're obviously flying west as well, but if it doesn't, I'm going to turn on the lights and fast forward the time a bit here, because the cockpit lighting in this plane is amazing. Speaking of lighting.
Dash 67123, you're going to be in Sucktail just a little early there before the airspace changes. Well, for now, re-cleared.
Maybe we'll have some when we get into SFO. Yeah, this part of it. But usually San Francisco has some clouds. Let's look at Sky Vector and see what they're saying in a moment. Few clouds, 2,000.
Lieutenant Jazz 513, we're around that weather, proceed your camera.
Jazz 513, roger.
Either way, we still got a while. I mean, there's still probably, what, a year? I would guess maybe fall 2020. Are they saying, usually when they say mid-2020, they're going to push it back a few months, right? Yeah, so I mean, we're talking about like a year away. There's plenty of time to drop some more builds in X-Plane, see what Vulcan gives us. Look at that, though. Holy moly, she looks good. What are you talking about? You crazy hell, boy. No way. If they're starting, I'm guessing you're joking, but if they're starting the alpha testing in October, no way.
Encore 3128 is now India.
No way.
Arrival 120.5.
20.5 now for Encore 3128.
Well, I mean, it looks like it. It looks good. I just, I would guess that considering how late they're starting with testing this year in 2019, it's probably not going to be available until 2020. If you're right, I will buy you a beer of your choice. Just one. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Also, a lot of the guys that I watched videos for, it said that, you know, some of the areas outside of, where were they testing? Seattle, they're still working on honing that stuff in. I just imagine it's probably not going to be ready this year. We made it to cruise. What airspeed's doing here?
Sky 6302, clear direct jam on.
Oh, is that direct jam on for SkyWest 5302?
No, it's 5302, that's affirmative, clear direct jam on, flight 500.
Direct jam on, flight 100, SkyWest 5302.
Alright guys, here's a question for you. How many GPS satellites make up our entire, like, global positioning system? First one that gets it right. Wow, talking. First one to get it right, you're gonna win a free Zebo. Thousands? No, that's what I would have thought. It's actually pretty low. 2, it's higher than 2. $11, getting closer. Melon, the closest so far. Higher than 9, higher than 18. Less than 1,000. 20, getting really close.
Skyward
24, Melon nailed it.
20.5 for arrival, SkyWest 5302.
Now you're just being ridiculous. Here you go. You win free Zebo. Yeah, I guess it's not surprising, but it wasn't my first guess. Like when I read that, I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, that kind of makes sense. You don't really need that many. But, yeah, I would have guessed probably more in the hundreds.
Skyward 5302, contact arrival 120.5.
20.5 for arrival, SkyWest 5302.
This cockpit, though, man, that is neat. Yeah, plus, I mean, think about how much money it takes to actually put a satellite in space. Let's figure out when we need to descend here. So, lane, we need to be above 22,000, below 26.
WestJet 435, contact arrival.
Say Archie will be the first hard one, so 7,000 at Archie. We're at 32. So 75 miles from Archie will start descent. Well, technically the world doesn't have... I guess it depends on how you talk about money. Since most currencies aren't based on like a hard, rare metal. So I guess technically money is unlimited. But you would devalue the currency by printing more? But, I mean, talking prior to 1969, when the Bretton Woods Act required a denomination of $1 for an equivalent amount of gold or silver, then it's finite.
All 432, 4500, good day, clear direct Lexon, flight plan, reporting Marine landing runway 25.
Direct Lexon, flight plan, and we check Concord 3245.
sound when you go behind the jets. That's pretty cool. Also, 3 contrails. That's 1 extra chemtrail back there. Let's see if we can. Easy, easy. Let's get the screenshot. Get some Reddit karma. How's that, boys? Freaking out about chemtrails? Well, we can use these chemtrails to kill these mosquitoes. I heard something about that on a podcast that I was listening to this morning, but I was kind of like in and out. I wasn't paying very close attention to.
Echo 130, we just started up here in Conklin.
Explain what this is. Do I have to worry in the south? I'm guessing yes.
Echo 130 Bravo, Roger 13.
Oh, let's get the ILS frequency. ILS 28 right. 111.7.
Echo 130 Bravo, clear to the Calgary Airport side, contact during Quebec. Cliff route 512,000-4241.
Echo 130 Bravo, that's correct. Contact the airborne, thank you.
I will go Echo 130. Got it.
Mach 0.8, doing pretty good. I don't understand the chemtrail people. Like, do they not understand how condensation works? Just think about all the triple E carrying mosquitoes that Melon personally has killed for us. Melon doing the Lord's work. In Korea, they would have like an old dude, I don't know what they were spraying, but they would carry around like a little smoker on the back of like a wheelbarrow thing behind themselves physically. Just puffing this little smoke out to kill mosquitoes. Oh, Melon, also, you messaged me the other day asking if I was around. You need something? What you want, boy? What are we doing on fuel over here?
Air Canada 1187, contact center 135.2.
London on 35-2, Air Canada 1187, good day.
Jazz 822,
I was probably flying in real life.
I was just kind of wondering if we can cut in direct Q6. What do you see on your screen? We look like we got a pretty clear shot through it now.
Actually, there was a 767 came inbound and pretty much same track now. If you head direct Q6.
Hey, direct Q6 now, Jazz 822.
Jazz 822.
Landing, this is unrelated, but landing in this thing should be interesting. It has like a tendency, because the engines are in the back, it feels like the nose is up and down, and it also rolls right and left. So this may not be the sexiest landing I've ever done. It's only going to be number 2.
Actually, there was a 767 came inbound and pretty much same track now. If you head direct Q6.
Hey, direct Q6 now, Jazz 822.
Jazz 822.
Center Romeo Kilo, just looking for the same.
Romeo Kilo India, Roger, contact center 134.25.
Romeo Kilo India, solo.
Holy moly, I see some clouds. Way over yonder. I have a license. It is a student license. So obviously still kind of limited. Getting close though.
Romeo Kilo India with you, 280 looking for cement.
That was, sorry, for Romeo Kilo India, 134.25.
3425, Romeo Kilo India.
I'm actually getting up near our speed tape there, 0.85. Bring it back, bring it back. We stabilized. There we go. No, driver's license is still good. I came home once a year during Christmas, and I drove all that time, so it's not like I spent 10 years not driving a car. And the one time that I rented a car in Korea, it made me a better driver because, I mean, as you can imagine, driving in a country where everyone is literally a Korean driver, it's an experience. Not racist if it's true. One time I flew back, had to work the next day, and my flight arrived at like 10 p.m. at this airport. It was about an hour away from where I actually lived, and I missed the last bus to my city, so I had to pay a taxi driver to drive me to my city. So it ended up being like $70, and he drove, not kidding, over 100 miles an hour the entire way, listening to traditional old Korean music, like it's called trot music, which I just can't stand at all. And the whole time I just had my seatbelt on and my eyes closed. I was like, I don't want this to be the way that I die. That was fun. Foreign taxi, yeah, you know, the good one was tuk-tuks. Countries that have tuk-tuks are awesome.
Jazz 500, when ready to send 3000 and advise when able to contact.
Descend 3000, we're able to contact approach now, Jazz 500.
Jazz 500, cleared to the Fredericton Airport, contact runway 09 approach.
Go to the Fredericton Airport, contact 09 approach, Jazz 500.
Although I remember one time in Cambodia, you could buy pizza that had weed on it. Just ask for a happy pizza, and I think we were taking like a 4-hour bus ride to this other city, and so we got a pizza, and between 4 of us, we split it, and it was 2 pieces a person, and I just got completely high. We got off in this place, we had no plans, we had no place to stay, and just as soon as you walk off the bus, there's like 20 or 30 tuk-tuk drivers like, you need a tuk-tuk? You need a tuk-tuk? I was way too high to handle that. Well, if that's true, and I had known that at the time, then I probably wouldn't have done it, but it seems like that's probably not the case, given how easy it was to just buy weed pizza at a pizza place. Then I would have been normal height, I guess. That is awesome. Chemtrails! You guys feel the mind control working? Alright, let's see. Like 5 miles from Diamond, we'll start descending. I don't want I'm gonna actually sit here and do all the math, but that should be good.
Jazz 822, contact arrival 1244.
24.7,
Maybe 15. Still got some fuel in the center tank.
Jazz 822, contact arrival 1244.
24.7,
I did. I was gifted a free car. Made life a little bit easier. Adjusted back here.
Jazz 789.
I mean, it's like 10 years old, but it drives.
You climb flight level 220 and
Who's gonna scoff at free car?
turn right heading 270.
Center Jet 789, that was from block first step.
Jazz 789, you are radar.
The only complaint that I have, if you could even call it a complaint really, is that there's no Bluetooth and the auxiliary input in the car doesn't work. And I pretty much only listen to podcasts most of the day. So I just put it on my phone, put that in the cup holder to sort of amplify it, which is kind of ghetto. Well, the AC works too, fortunately. 'Cause it's still freaking 97 degrees here. This morning I went out, I was like at the bank and stuff, and I got done with all that kind of crap at 10:30, and I was already sweating when I was walking into the house. Effin' Georgia, man. Although I guess to the opposite side, in Korea where I was from, there's been 3 typhoons since I left, so I don't know. Supposedly it's supposed to start cooling off next week. It's going to be a little bit cloudy this weekend, but it should be in the mid-70s by Sunday, which will be good. It sucks like flying around in an airplane at 1,000 feet, because I mean really like, if it's 94 on the ground, it's really only about 93 at 1,000 feet, so if you're doing patterns and stuff, and you don't get much airflow through it, just sweating like a whore in church in there.
Jazz 954, center run, continue descent 6,000, traffic altimeter 2973.
6,000, 2973, and we've got the latest 1345 weather. We're planning the RNAV Zulu 27.
Jazz 954, clear direct, take good, and the new weather is now available, Gulf 14.
Damn, those mountains, y'all, looking good.
Direct, it's cut, and we'll pick up the new Gulf 954.
Alright, here's another quiz, guys. You ready?
Jazz 954.
What is this control surface called?
11,000, heading for deviation.
Jazz 954, center roger, continue descent 6,000, traffic altimeter 2973.
Surprisingly, considering how small the Cherokee is, I fit okay.
1345 weather. We're planning the RNAV Zulu 27.
Kind of have to put my leg a little to the side on landings, though. Sometimes the yoke hits my knee, and that seems like it could be kind of dangerous. Or remember the Simpsons, like the really tall dude who drove the little tiny bug car? That's the autopilot correction flap. And I'll give you a hint. It's between the flaps, obviously, and the ailerons.
Give a 767 center, roger, St. John, altimeter 2978, clear direct booty, anticipate the LS runway 23.
2978, direct booty.
What is that lake? I think I looked at this before. It's called a flaperon.
Center 4457, flight 250.
4457, center right.
Mono Lake. You also check out some Google images of this lake. It looks pretty nice.
Center 4457, flight 250. 4457, center line.
Getting close to descent. Yeah, me too. I still haven't eaten lunch. It's like 1 o'clock here.
Center, good morning, Air Canada 663.
Let's see, minimums 500.
Air Canada 663, center Roger. Continue climb flight level 280.
Flight level 280, Air Canada 663. Center, good morning, Air Canada 663, 11.5, climbing 230.
Air Canada 663, center Roger. Continue climb flight level 280.
Flight level 280, Air Canada 663.
And Jazz Honor 54, just keep you informed, there was a thunderstorm just moved through the vicinity of the Fredericton Airport. Current company traffic, Dash 8100 series, doing a contact runway 09. Winds now seem to calm down a little, 310 at, magnetic at 5 knots.
Okay, we copy all that. We got a big honking tailwind here, 52 knots away on our tail. So we're just making our way over towards it, but we might wait a few more minutes, maybe 10 or 15 minutes until the storm goodbye. So when this arrives, we're going to look at closer and see where we're from.
Jazz Honor 54, Roger.
Hey, 5 to 10 frames. That's not nothing to scoff at. I saw this meme on the Flight Sim subreddit this morning, and it was like Oliver Twist with a little bowl of soup. He's like, "Please, sir, can I have a frame?" That's how Flight Simmers are. People go through such elaborate efforts to just get, 2 or 3 frames here and there. Let's see, we got different center here. Oakland Center, yeah boy.
Georgia 7373, this time 3000. 3000, Georgia 7373.
25 nautical miles, you'd be at flight level 270.
Arrival less than another 75 out of 13,000 to 12,000 feet. Western 1175, arrival, descent 8,000, runway 24 right, altimeter 3019. 8,000, 24 right, 3019, west 1175. Another 75 out of 13,000 to 12,000 feet. Western 1175, arrival, descent 8,000, runway 24 right, altimeter 3019. 8,000, 24 right, 3019, west 1175.
Go ahead and descend down to flight level 270 for that next waypoint. What is it? Diamond. Diamond.
Bridge 1981, descend 4,000. 4,000. Bridge 1981, descend 4,000. 4,000. Hi, folks, good evening. George 726 to 7.6 to 7,000. George 726 never have a good evening. Descent 5,000 for runway 23, altimeter 3019. Descent 5,000 on 3019, the ask us the whole 220 last 7,000. Hi, folks, good evening. George 726 to 7.6 to 7,000. George 726 never have a good evening. Descent 5,000 for runway 23, altimeter 3019. Descent 5,000 on 3019, the ask us the whole 220 last 7,000. Third 7261, roger your discussion. It's our discussion. Third 726. April 7736, turn right to 15. Alright, 15 down, that's all 773. 6,000. That's at 520.
And Jazz 954, just keep you informed, there was a thunderstorm just moved through the vicinity of the Fullerton Airport. Company traffic, Dash 8100 series, doing a contact runway 09. Winds there now seem to calm down a little, 310 at, magnetic at 5 knots.
Okay, we copy all that. We've got a big honking tailwind here, 52 knots over than our tail. We're just taking our way overboard, just that we might wait a few more minutes, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, until the storm to pass. So when it's noise, we get a little bit closer and see the movement.
Jazz 954, man.
Alright, after we get past Diamond here, we'll just continue our descent down to 7,000, I think, for
Jazz 784, man.
Archie. Or let's see what our approach fix is. 4,000? 1,800, I'm guessing, is initial or final approach fix. Yeah. There we go, guys. I go for 2,000 feet vertical speed.
Colin, say again?
It's at 784, level 230.
Jazz 784, man.
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for the follow. $2,000 feet altitude.
And Jazz 954, some more information for you there. Company traffic just did the contact, no problem.
Good. Look at Sky Vector 2 for an initial altimeter here. Actually use Active Sky. Let's see, KSFO winds 260 at 18 knots. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Visibility 10 plus. Few clouds at 3,900. Temperature 18. 2.6. No precipitation. 2,907.
Some more information for you there. Company traffic just did the contact.
Put that on the standby altimeter down there.
Visual approach on the runway 09. Reported by the aircraft.
Okay, we copy that. Thanks so much.
We do have an altitude restriction. 4 miles need to be above 22,000, and we're at 23.5. We're good. For RAM, I would say 16 if you can. Got a friend that uses an i5 for a CPU, and that seems to work okay. And probably a 10 series would do well. You could probably get by with a 9, but something along those lines. Flight simulators, at least the ones that are on the market, except for, I think DCS is pretty well optimized, but most of the like civil aviation flight sims like P3D and X-Plane 11, not super well optimized, unfortunately.
Jazz 789, fly heading 290.
Jazz 79, actually, except for weather, can we stay on 280 for
Alright, no more altitude restriction past. Oh, dude, have one. 14,000 above, it flows, that's about 20 miles. What kind of planes are you interested in flying? There's also the more basic planes, like the ones that come with the game, like the Skyhawk, the Baron and stuff like that. Those work pretty well. You don't have to have a supercomputer to do any of those.
Porter 220, requesting deviation to left heading 285 for 11.
Porter 220, left heading 285, and deviation is...
Porter 220, roger, thank you.
The 767 I've got, it doesn't seem to be super heavy on frames. I think it's probably better than like the 737 with like 4K textures, but I don't know about the A340. I don't even think there is a 340 for X-Plane. I know there's a 330 and a 320 and a 319. Still on Oakland Center. Coming up on transition altitudes, we'll go ahead and switch this one over to 29907. The altimeter in San Francisco, 2997, 2997, and that one's already set as well.
Jet 954.
Need to bring the power back a bit here.
Yeah, we'd like to enter a hold here, if that's okay, wait for the weather to pass.
Okay, sir, there's a new weather special. Like I said, the weather is improving. It appears that the thunderstorm has moved to the west. I have a special 1407 if you'd like to copy that.
Okay, go ahead, the 1407.
Yeah, 1407.
Baby runway.
Is now 250 at 4 knots. Sorry, 250 degrees magnetic at 4 knots. The visibility reported was 2 1/4 stat.
Jet 954. Jet 954, go. Yeah, we'd like to enter a hold here, if that's okay.
Let's go 4,000.
Okay, sir, there's a new weather special. Like I said, the weather is improving.
How far are we gonna go?
The thunderstorm has moved
Oh
to
boy.
the west. I have a special 1407 if you'd like to copy that.
Okay, go ahead, the 1407.
Yeah, 1407. Current wind is now 250 at 4 knots. Sorry, 250 degrees magnetic at 4 knots. The visibility reported was 2 1/4 statute miles in mist. There was some rain associated with thunder showers that passed through. Ceiling 2,600 broken, 3,300 broken.
San Francisco INTL Information Echo. 0 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 5. Altimeter 2999. Arriving runways 28 left, 28 right. Departing runways 28 left, 28 right, 01 right, 01 left. Advise on initial contact, you have Echo.
Information Echo. Winds. Calm. Variable. With 16 gigabytes, an RX 580, 8 gigabytes graphics card. Probably decent.
Okay, would you like to still set up a hold where you're at?
I guess we'll go another 20 miles.
Plus, we were just talking about this earlier. I think X-Plane is moving to a new graphics engine, soon. Hashtag soon. Or air quotes soon. So hopefully that helps us all with performance a bit. Basically flight idle here. Because we are coming up on 10,000 feet and we are going pretty fast. And I'm pretty sure that we're about to enter Class Bravo airspace.
You have a 767, Roger, the San...
This thing does not like to slow down.
St. John altimeter again, 2907. 8,297, thanks.
Coming up 10,000, lights on. And we'll switch it over to approach. 2832, I believe.
Exit 520, descend 5,000. 5,000, descend 520. Air Transat 357, descend 3,000.
Yeah, man, if you get us a little bit better than a 1060, you're good. Alright, so I'm not sure what to do with an ILS here. If you get on a nav localizer, I'm guessing we don't need to put it on the approach setting. Let's look down here in the autopilot panel. Nav turn auto glide slope. We'll just leave it on nav localizer and we'll switch the FMS source, or FMS to nav. No worries, man. Flying the FlyJ Sims 727 freighter.
Georgian 7373, turn left, heading 270 intercept. Cleared ILS approach, runway 24 right.
270 to intercept, we're cleared to the ILS 24 right, Georgian.
Kind of went below our target altitude here, that's fine.
Georgian 7373, turn left, heading 270 intercept. Cleared ILS approach, runway 24 right.
270 to intercept, we're cleared to the ILS 24 right, Georgian.
This is for the flight director. So when we pick up the localizer, that should automatically show up on the flight director, I'm assuming.
Georgian
Otherwise, we'll see about
7261,
this.
Glide
Glide slope?
traffic left, tag on trail of 9236. 6 traffic, November with 6 traffic to 7261, thanks.
That is the airport right there.
Georgian 7261, will be trail of traffic left, tag on trail of 9236. 6 traffic, November with 7261, thanks.
284 degrees is going to be runway heading.
Georgia 7373, 170 knots to NOAA, contact tower there, 118.135.
170 to the NOAA, 1 spare, 1835.
Let's go to nav mode and see if we're picking up the localizer. Indeed.
Georgia 7373, 170
No, man, your English is good. Really good.
118.135.
170 to the NOAA, 1 spare, 1835.
Alright, there we get the localizer on the CDI, so we'll go to...
West 1175, descent 4000.
Descent 4000, West Jet 1175.
Heading select.
1175, descent 4,000.
Descent 4,000.
Okay. CDI is coming in. Switch this over to nav localizer. I believe we can arm that over here to auto glide slope.
Golf Papa Mike, descent 8,000.
8,000, Golf Papa Mike.
What's going on here?
Golf Papa Mike, descent 8,000.
8,000, Golf Papa Mike.
Stand by. First Air Transat 357, turn left heading 270 intercept. Your official approach, runway 24 right.
Roger, left 70 and visual approach 24 right.
We're descending. I think we got the glide slope here. A little low there. We're on auto glide slope. The flight director's on auto approach. We're descending at about 700 feet a minute, and the flight director is on there. If it doesn't, we'll take it over ourselves. That is the trim wheel. It's an older airplane, the lawnmower. We can get our landing gear going.
Stand by. First Air Transat 357,
Still descending.
turn left heading 270 intercept.
Auto brakes
Official approach,
to
runway
medium.
24 right.
Roger, left 70 and visual approach 24 right.
Let's set our VREF speed here. VREF 130. Got that. At flaps 30. I'm not going to use full flaps, but we had 20. Flaps 25.
Arrival envoy 3665, good evening, descending out at 13.
1975 for tower. And 21 something for ground.
Sorry, the 767 looking below.
You have a 767, roger, descend 8,000. St. John, altimeter again, 2907.
8,000, 2907.
And Jazz 789er, when able, you... And Jazz 789er, when able, you are clear the direct post.
One able, just 79.
Looks like lights are on. Auto brakes are set. Flaps, we got one more to go. Go ahead and bring that in now. There's flaps 30. Gear down, 3 green. Flaps are set. Checklist complete. I'll actually take over the airplane probably from here. Can I see the poppies? Yes. Autopilot 0. Oh boy.
Jazz 789er, just want to confirm that you were step on. You are cleared to climb flight level 280.
130, Jazz 789.
Jazz 789er, just want to confirm that you were step on. 1,000. You are cleared to climb flight level 280.
130, Jazz 789.
getting back up there. Super nose high attitude in this. It feels this is hard to control, particularly at low speed. A little off here. We're still low.
Jazz 789 contact center 120.25.
Continue.
Advise you're heading
20.25, Jazz 789, welcome. 400. 300. 200.
Jazz 789 contact center 120.25. Advise you're heading
100. 20.25, Jazz 789, welcome. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Beaver 767, continue to send 6,000. Beaver 767, continue to send 6,000. 6,000.
Thank you. That'll work for that one. Take the next one to the right. The cargo ramp is down at the end.
Air Canada 663, contact center 12712.
2712 Air Canada 663.
Air Canada 663, contact center 12712.
2712 Air Canada.
Oh yeah, man, who hasn't heard about that, right? Alright, park it here for a second. Landing lights can come off. Taxis on, strobes off, beacon can stay on, transponder on. And reach back here. Get our APU started. There we go, EGT coming up. Yeah, I mean, no one's going to be downloading the whole map unless they have a massive amount of hard drive space. They're just going to stream it, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty novel idea. I'm excited to see how it works out.
Jazz on a 54, roger, continue to send 4,000.
4,000, Jazz 954.
Get this guy parked and shut down, and we'll watch a replay.
Jazz 954, we'd like to continue descent and continue for hit skip.
Jazz on a 54, roger, continue to send 4,000.
4,000, Jazz 954. Jazz 954, requesting a hold, present position, left-hand turn.
And Jazz on a 54, now roger, you're clear to hold present position, left-hand turns, maintain 4,000. And expect further clearance time of 1430.
Okay, hold present position.
Take you to the ground. What was ground?
Left-hand turns, expect further clearance, 1430. Thank you very much, Jazz 954.
Push at 440, continue to Sierra for Alpha Juliet. You're number one of the Transat tow off the range.
Alpha Juliet, 440.
I think we're going to the cargo ramp. Find out in a second. Oh, I see a DHL plane, yeah.
Ground, good evening, American 1111. Approach the combo of Tango, Zulu. American 1111 ground, 123 to Zulu, altimeter 2984, taxi right Alpha, right hotel. 23 via Alpha and hotel. American 1111.
Oh, and the FedEx trucks, we found it. We're gonna park this guy.
1982 short Alpha Kilo. Rouge 1982 ground, taxi Alpha Hotel. Alpha and Hotel, Rouge 1982.
Oh yeah, that's one right next to the FedEx trucks.
440, give way to a northbound Rouge 320 on Alpha.
Go to Rouge, left side, 440.
There we go. Went too far, that's fine.
682 gate 160 shows unavailable.
APU on the bus. Should be able to just shut these guys down. 1, 2, 3. Beacon off. Alright, replay. Got a 1080 Ti. Way below the glide slope that. No whites. That one's probably a little firm. I think we bounced it a little bit. Get the Wayne's World view. One more with the wing view.
And Encore 3456, we get 070 as a heading.
Encore 3456, heading 070 is approved for deviation.
Alright, 070, thanks on Encore 3456. And for Encore 3456, we get 070 as a heading.
Encore 3456, heading 070 is approved for deviation.
Alright, 070, thanks on Encore 3456.
Alrighty, boys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck with X-Plane, man. If you get it, come back and tell me what you think of it. Good game, in my opinion. McFaddy, who else we got out there? McFaddy, Melon, Nicholas, Dave, if you're still out there. You guys are all legends. We love you. We'll see maybe, hopefully back tomorrow for Failure Friday. I think I'm flying in the morning, and then maybe we'll get one in the evening here. See you then. Take it easy, guys. Peace.